and welcome. This is Beverly Fells Jones, the Silver Fox of Consciousness, and welcome to today's episode. I took last week off because it was Thanksgiving week, and I just decided that I was just going to meditate and kind of think about some of the things I really wanted to share with you. And so I just decided no audio last week. So I apologize to you if you were looking for one, but hopefully you were around for Manifesting Friday Live, where I come on YouTube live and share a lot of information with you. So just join me on my channel. Just subscribe, and hit the bell on YouTube, subscribe on other platforms, and you'll be notified when I have uploaded something new, something I think will be interesting, and something that will help you learn even more. For those of you who are new to this channel, I am Beverly Fells Jones, the Silver Fox of Consciousness, an author, a speaker, a seminar leader, and a person who just loves to learn. On this show, I talk about how to expand your world of thought, exploring the world of positive thinking, Bible-based law of attraction, and consciousness from many points of view. I intend to share with you information that will enlighten and empower you in your life. I am here to encourage you to think in the positive and show that miracles can happen. I truly believe you have been given the power of the word and thought to create the life you desire. So this week I'm back with Manifestations True Stories from the book True Stories of Bringing the Imagined into Reality. I have chosen to read stories from this book because so many times I watch other speakers and podcasts and channels and books and on and on and on about how you can change your life and how you can do this and how you can do that. And there's several thought leaders that, they've got millions of followers, thousands and thousands and thousands of followers. And I listen to them. Listen to what they're teaching. And I said, but you didn't tell them about this, or you're missing this. I want you to first develop the confidence and the knowledge that this stuff works. And you may feel that it doesn't work for you, but it's working on a regular basis. And yes, there are times when I can't answer why certain things show up in our lives. I can't answer why certain things showed up in my life, but I can look back on my life, on the way that I thought, the things that I did in response to the way that I thought, that shaped what happened with me. And then when I talked to a couple of people, and especially about a certain way I felt about myself, and they had seen me in a totally different light. Isn't that amazing? There is you that you see and understand that's in the mirror for you. But then there's that person that other people see. And it's very difficult at times for us to see ourselves through other people's eyes and what they see. And sometimes it's really difficult for us to accept that. It could be that, you may think that nobody wants to listen to you, nobody wants to pay attention to you, and then you go, oh yeah, they are listening. Somebody will say something and you'll go, I said that? They said, yeah, you told me that 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Sometimes you do not realize the impact that you have on other people. And so I want you to pay attention to these stories because they're going to allow you to see where other people actually put this idea of the way you think, the way you feel, the way you react, how they put things in practice and they realized that they were a powerful being. They were absolutely powerful. Now, this intro is a little off from what I'm talking about, the story I'm talking about today, but it just came into my mind while I was talking, and I said, I need to share this. So, one of the things I have done, and you can do this too, and then there's a couple seminars out there or books that tell you to do the same thing. To ask your friends, your family. And nowadays you can record it on your phone. You don't have to take notes, but ask them specific questions. What do you think about me when I do or say? Who do you think I am? What is your impression of me as a person? And let them talk to you. And you may be surprised. Now, sometimes, yeah, it might not be too cool, but other times it's like, really? You think that? When it's not too cool, listen, do not take it on the negative side. Record it and say, well, what do you think I should do? Doesn't mean you have to take their advice, but you can say, well, what would make that change for you? What could I do, or what would I change to change that impression for you? Because you may be doing things you don't realize and you are hurting someone, or you may be doing something and giving somebody absolutely marvelous joy. So that's just a little suggestion this morning about learning more about you and what you have to offer. So today's story is called Humanifestor. Humanifestor. So it's a human who is manifesting. And this is by Sophia Olivas. And I'm going to save her bio to the very end because I want you to see where she has come. She's telling you where she started, and then in the end I'm going to read you her bio. So this is Humanifestor by Sophia Olivas. This is in quotes. If they remove you from the home, you'll live on the streets and become a whore and get pregnant or become a druggie and be killed. Close quotes. Words from my mother spoken to me after Child Protective Services was called to our home to investigate years of abuse at the hand of my father. Mom was warning me what would happen if I did not lie to CPS about the abuse. At the age of 14, having disagreed with how my father was raising me, I thought I could do better. So I left and did way better. I chose the streets, homelessness, and hunger over the material comforts that masked the darkness. During the years that followed my departure from that family unit, I devoured books on self-development. I knew that educating my mind was key to healing and thriving. The internet was not yet around, so I spent hours in the library, asking questions and seeking teachers. My actions attracted mentors that saw something in me, and they in turn directed my studies. What happens to you does not define you. It fuels you. It can illuminate your purpose. In quotes, watch your thoughts as they lead to feelings. Feelings lead to actions, and actions lead to results. And that's from T. Harv Eker. Let me read that quote again. Watch your thoughts as they lead to feelings. Feelings lead to actions, and actions lead to results. Remember that as I continue. I spent years in therapy dissecting my childhood trauma and healing the impact of what I had made it all mean. Despite all that work, it was when I discovered manifestation that I began thriving. The moment I gave up my past and stopped using it as an excuse, its hold on me dissipated. So I want many of you to hear her as she says this. As she said, she got rid of her bad past. She did not allow her past to define who she was and who she was to be. And that is something that many of you, many of you are in need of doing. Let the past go. Let those hurts go. Let what that guy did to you or said to you or what your parent or your friend or whoever it was that hurt you or put you down or said you'll never be anything, and let that be their problem, their opinion, and not yours. All right, let me continue. Manifestation allowed me to co-create with the universe, free from the constraints of the past, as creation lies in the present. The most important lesson about thriving is to become aware of and master manifesting. It's the secret behind the success of those that we hold in esteem. Manifestation is a universal truth, a law, that when applied is a leveling tool, as it does not recognize social, educational, geographical, gender, or financial status. Anyone at any time can call upon it. The first thing I learned about manifestation is to hold the thought as if it was already so, or fake it until you make it. Visualization and vision boards are also excellent tools for this. Create vision boards for New Year's and watch how many things come true by the following year. Who would you be and how would you act if you had X? Do that. Be that. I love this. She's hitting upon everything that you need to look at and understand that no matter where you are today and in your life, you can make the change. She goes on to say, everything is energy. The universe cannot tell the difference between positive and negative, real or imagined. It only hears what is being said. For example, if you are late for an important appointment, and you have plenty of time, you get all green lights and traffic moves in your favor. The opposite is true when you're running late. It even has a name, Murphy's Law. I'm going to have to disagree with that little piece where she says, for example, if you're late for an important appointment and you have plenty of time, you get all green lights and traffic moves in your favor, and the opposite is true. I've had the opposite. I was running late, and I did my command of I didn't know I commanded that I had no need to know how I was going to arrive on time, easily and effortlessly. I didn't get all the green lights, but traffic was moving really well. And I was still late arriving by the clock. But when I arrived, the other person wasn't there yet, or there was some technical difficulty, and therefore they hadn't started and they weren't ready for me yet. There are times when you are running late and you are late and you ask for help, and that kind of help shows up. But yes, there is that whatever can go wrong will go wrong, but that's being in the negative. That's the Murphy's Law. So that's the one thing I have to kind of disagree on. That there things can happen in the universe that even though you are by the clock late, but by circumstances you're on time. But don't count on that all the time. You need to work. One of the things I do when I'm setting an appointment, I set my time for the time I need to leave the house or I need to get set up these days, set up my Zoom and where I'm going to sit and all of those kinds of things. So it's not an excuse to be late or to be lazy about your timing. All right, let me continue. Words matter. They shape and create your world, so choose them wisely. Pay attention to your external and internal dialogues. If you don't like the fruits, look at the roots. I like that. If the results you are producing are at odds with what you want, look at your thoughts. Look at what you say about what is occurring. Pay special attention to what you make things mean. What happened can easily be overwritten by what you say about what happened. Humans are meaning making machines, and that's from Landmark Education. The meaning we give things is an automatic human response. It's always happening. What can controlled is the narrative. Change your brain, change your life, according to Dr. Daniel Amen. If you want instant change, change your perspective. To do so by changing the narrative, what you say about the world, about others, about yourself, shapes your world and provides marching orders for the universe to carry out on your behalf. Once spoken or thought, the universe will work to conspire and provide evidence because thoughts are things, per Mike Dooley. What's my superpower? I am a humanifestor. I say chair and it falls out of my mouth. I set an intention for the end results and then let go of the lap bar, put my hands up in the air and enjoy the ride. Mouth open in a wide Cheshire grin with my hair blowing. So she's really just giving you this is what do I want to say? A visualization of being on a roller coaster. Because I let go of the lap guard, your hands are in the air, and you enjoy the ride. Manifestation requires two things: uncertainty and chaos. It's for the brave. It's for those who want it badly. It's for those who have been beaten down by life, who have known loss and doubt, and who are willing to get up one more time, hearts open, thrusting their path and the path of others. You have to surrender blame and fault in others and in yourself. Let me read that again. You have to surrender blame and fault in others and in yourself. You have to be willing to give up the specifics, the details, the how. That's letting go of control. We were talking about that last night in a class I'm in, and about the infinite possibilities you have when you just ask, let go, take the actions necessary, and let the universe lead you. Let the things that need to be done. But let go of every minute detail. She says, I solo backpack in foreign countries, traversing places rarely visited, a land without knowing anyone or the language, and some do not have lodging. I go trusting that when I land, the perfect person, resource, or opportunity will appear. That's inner strength. That's belief in humanity and in my path. That takes more courage and grit than it does to prep, control, and force outcomes. 30 plus countries later, I have a wealth of connections and incredible memories of all the beautiful people that have opened their homes and hearts to me. Have a clear outcome and insist on uncertainty about how it will come about. For those that may be currently experiencing a challenge, embrace the suck. Don't shrink, don't puff it up. Stand your sacred ground. Per Brene Brown. Focus on the outcome. And that's a very important. Focus on the outcome you desire. The future has not yet been born. You are co-creating it. Have the courage to ask for your heart's desire and then take action. Any action, from right where you are, that moment, with what you have. You are needed, and now is your time. Be the person that you desire to be. And I said I would read you Sophia's bio. So you know she's come from leaving home and living in the streets and devouring and learning and having education. So here's Sophia. She is co-owner of a cryptocurrency hedge fund and is the co-founder of One World Now Ventures, a nonprofit whose focus is women's financial sovereignty. As the CEO of Graythorn Marketing for over 20 years, Sophia developed a love and expertise for technology and its impact on humanity. She is a United Nations Association member, a best-selling author, and a global speaker. She is also known as a butterfly chaser, a tree climber, a kite flyer that cartwheels barefoot on soft grass with an infectious, wonderlust glow. And you can connect with Sophia at her website at sophiaolivas.com, Facebook, the Sophia Olivas. She's on Twitter under Sophia Olivas and on LinkedIn also under her name. So she's easy to find and the link is in the description. Do not be afraid to throw away the guilt and the pointing fingers at and the accusations and all of that, and say from this point on in your life, from this day forward, your life is different. From this day forward, you can look back on the things that happened in your life as examples of the way you thought and your reactions and how you acted and what the results were, without, as I said, guilt or blame and shame, so that you can make the changes in the way you think, putting them in a new perspective, looking at what happened from another person's point of view or from the point of view of the person you are today. You can revision that past to help change your future. Find something that you truly desire, that you really, really, really want in your life, and visualize having it. What will it feel like to have it? What will it look like? What will it taste like if it's, going to a certain restaurant? Whatever it is, go into a meditative state, daydream about having it and the words that you say when you have that. If you like this, please give me a thumbs up. If you're a new subscriber, thank you and welcome for subscribing to the channel. I love all my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button and the bell that lets you know when I upload a video, an audio, a cooking video, whatever it is. And thank you for being with me today, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for listening today. Please share the link to this show with your friends and family so that they can learn how to be the best that they can be. Visit my website at commandingyourlife.com and follow me on Facebook. Have any suggestions for the show? Just contact me by emailing Beverly at commandingyourlife.com. Be sure to join me on the next episode. As you have believed, let it be done to you, and it is so.